Welcome back to another Arduino tutorial. In today's video, we're going to set up a simple circuit that allows us to turn on and off an LED. The first thing we're going to do is set up the circuit, and then we'll work on the programming for it. So in this project, we're going to be using what is called an LED, which is a light emitting diode. It's important to note for this project that an LED has two different sides to it. It has a longer side called an anode, and this is the positive side. It also has a shorter side called a cathode, and this is the negative side. So when we're setting up our circuits, it's important to remember which side is which, because LEDs are directional, so they only work if the current flows in the right direction. Let's go and start by setting up our circuit. The first thing we want to do is run a jumper wire from the Arduino to a breadboard. Next, I'm going to attach a resistor in the same column as my jumper wire. After that, I'm going to attach my LED to the breadboard. The side of the LED that should be in the same column as the resistor should be the positive side. Next, we're going to connect the negative side of the LED to the negative row on the breadboard. And finally, we're going to connect the negative row on the breadboard to the ground of the Arduino board. After that, we have a complete circuit that runs from the Arduino to the breadboard and back. Now that we have the circuit set up, let's go and take a look and see how we can program this. To program this LED to turn on and off, the first thing we're going to do is under the void setup section, we're going to write pin mode. And then we're using pin number 9, so we're going to write that first. We're going to give this pin output. And once we're done with this statement, we need to add a semicolon. So under the void setup section, we're saying we're using pin number 9, and we're using it as an output. Under the void loop section, we're going to say digital write. We're using pin number 9, and we're going to set this to high to give it power. After that, we're going to wait 1 second. To do that, we're going to say delay. And then we need to put 1000. So this is 1000 milliseconds, which is equal to 1 second. After that, we're going to turn the LED off by saying digital write. Pin number 9 and low. Finally, we're going to add one more delay time. So we'll say delay 1000. And then don't forget your semicolon. So what this program is going to do, it's going to give the LED power. It's going to wait a second, then stop giving it power, and then wait a second, and then repeat. So what's going to happen is every 1 second, the LED will turn on and off. Let's go ahead and verify our code by clicking on the check mark to make sure there's no mistakes. Okay, and if you just see white words down at the bottom with no error messages, that means you're good to go. What we're going to do next is head under the Tools section. Make sure your board says Uno. Next, we're going to go under Port, and most of the time this will be the only option available. I have other USB devices in there, so that's why it's showing me other devices. But go ahead and select the one that's attached to your Uno. Now, let's go ahead and upload the program to the board and see what it does. Once the program downloads to the board, now you have an LED that turns on and off every 1 second. Let's go ahead and take a look at the program again to see what changes you can make to it. If you want to make this LED blink faster, then you can make the delay time smaller. So let's go ahead and try it as 250 for the first one and 250 for the second one. Now let's re-download the program and check it out. And as you can see, we have an LED that blinks much faster. You can also make the delay times different. Let's go ahead and make the first delay time 500 and the second delay time only 50. So it's going to stay on for half a second and then off for 50 milliseconds. Let's go ahead and download our program and check it out. Now it looks like the LED is mostly on, except for a small period where it turns off. Okay, so what we did in this video is we set up a simple circuit to turn an LED on and off, and then we wrote a program to be able to adjust the delay time between that on and off period. Okay, this is going to be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next one.